Welcome to YouTube Growth Workshops. This is our next live session. Today, I'm very excited to show you a new strategy that I like to call the channel unique formula. This is going to be pretty spectacular as I've been polishing this strategy for years. I learned it from multiple top experts in YouTube, marketing, and video in general. And this is just going to be epic. I do hope that you get great insights from this session, that you're going to be taking lots of notes, because applying this strategy effectively could really turn things around for your channel. With that said, let's get started. I'm going to start sharing my screen right now. There we go. As some of you know, I'm about to launch a course called The Ultimate Video Formula, the 8 strategies to unleash your creativity and YouTube channel growth. I am so excited about this. I've been working really hard to make this happen, and I continue working hard to get to the finish line. And today we're going to talk about strategy number 1, channel unique branding. That is the foundation of all your content ideas. If you nail this, you're going to have better chances of reaching a wider audience and get them to engage with your videos. If you don't, that would be the reason why your channel is not getting as many views and subscribers as you would like. Now, if you're here, either live in the session, you could be watching, or you could be looking at the replay, you probably have been creating content for a while, but not seeing the growth that you're hoping for. Now, let me tell you this, we can fix this. Again, this is a foundational piece. This is the kind of stuff that a lot of experts don't talk about. And all those companies who come up with the next shiny object, call it YouTube Shorts, call it artificial intelligence, whatever that is, those are only power-ups from something that's already working. If you're doing something that doesn't work, using the power-ups like YouTube Shorts, artificial intelligence, and some other tools that are really cool and really powerful, your channel is still not going to take off. And that's the frustrating part, because we get so distracted with the things that don't work, the things that are not going to help us. That seems too cool, but are not going to help us. Because we have to put in the work. And that's why I like to call this course the 8 strategies to unleash your creativity. This is about giving you the tools, not to just create the content that works, the content that's on demand. It's something unique that is also about you. Because if you are absent in the videos, that being your personality, your passion, whatever, that extra ingredient that you make is not worth it. You're gonna hate what you do, and in the long run, you're not going to be successful anyway. If you end up being successful, you could simply not be happy with what you've got. Let's get started. I also like to call this strategy the 12 elements of a unique channel. Uniqueness is one of the 5 principles of virality. I described them also in the course, and I've described them in other places. The 5 principles of virality are value, uniqueness, pattern disruption, emotion, and congruence. Today we'll talk about uniqueness. To give you an idea of how uniqueness works when it comes to your channel, with any idea, in fact, you have to add layers. Think about taking an idea that is generic, that is broad, that is not specific, and then add layers to it. You add layers purposely with a framework, which I'm about to show you, and then you will easily make an idea that is super unique. Not only super unique, but also super attractive to your viewers. You need to be intentional about accomplishing both things. get started, every YouTuber needs a clear answer to these two questions. What is my channel about? And what makes my channel unique? I know that seems too obvious, too beginner, but trust me, you really have to nail this ones. In fact, even if you've published a lot of videos, even if you consider yourself to be an intermediate or even advanced creators, having clear answers to these questions is going to make or break your channel. Let's break these two down. As I said, they are extremely important. Let's break them down to see exactly what they mean. Before we get to that, let's talk about the benefits. So what are the benefits of having a unique channel formula, or you apply channel unique branding to your YouTube efforts? It's very simple. The first thing is that your channel stands out from the crowd. This is straightforward. You know this already, but I want you to remember that this is extremely important. If you can stand out from the crowd, you can succeed. You will only look like many of the other dozens of channels that are working in the same niche that you are in. Unfortunately, these days, YouTube is very competitive, and that's because people continue being added on. The good creators and the experienced creators are getting smarter, and then so you have a qualitative competition and a problem qualitatively and quantitatively. Quantitatively means that there is too many people doing it. Qualitatively means that the top people are trying to get all the views in the world. But don't worry, you can get over that, both problems. Increased recognition and memorability. By being unique, people are going to remember you for something specific, something that you have that nobody else is doing. And no matter how much insane creativity is being made every single day, you can accomplish this. I want you to remember that there is no limit to creativity, there is no limit to imagination. You can do this. What you need is a framework, and what you need is not only any set of tools, but also a set of tools that empowers you, that helps you unleash that creativity. Because I can give you the best tools, but if you're not putting your part, and I'm not talking about the work and the effort, I'm talking about what makes you unique. The channel is a very personal thing. That's why we all say that YouTube is passion. The next benefit is create a loyal audience. People are going to follow you for one reason. Even if you think you're worse than others, please don't. People are going to follow you because there is something special, something that they haven't seen before, something that they connect with more deeply that other creators don't do. At least maybe not for them. That's the other thing. Every creator has its style, and not everything matches with everything. Doesn't mean that somebody who's got millions of views every week is going to steal all the people in the world towards them and away from you. That's not how it works. People connect with very different things. That's why it's so hard sometimes to crack the algorithm and say, for example, a lot of people say, well, I model what works. I've studied the most successful content. I'm pretty much straight up stealing titles and thumbnails from my competitors, and I don't get as many views. This is one reason why. Increase use of subscribers, of course. Being strategically unique is going to give you more reach and, more importantly, engagement. People are going to see you and they're going to want to click and watch your videos. Let's get to the next part. Question number 1 of the 2. What is your channel about? We have 4 components that help us answer this question in a way that is simple and compelling. Again, we're not talking about uniqueness yet. In fact, I want you to answer this question for yourself. If somebody was to ask you, what is your channel about? What would you say? Saying the niche that you're in is a good start. As a matter of fact, one time I published a post on Facebook asking how would you describe your channel in a sentence, hoping to see if people knew what it was unique about their channels. Shockingly, the vast majority of YouTube creators that responded to the question, which was over 100 people, didn't know how to come up with a solid answer for this question. Often they talked about their niche, saying, okay, spirituality, boom, that's my channel. Some other people went a little bit deeper and talked about the things that they do in the channel. But then we keep falling short and short and short in what your channel is about. The answer to this question, when you apply it to business, for instance, another area where I have plenty of experience, you have to think of it as your value proposition, as your value statement, as the one thing where everything else stands on. You don't know that, it's going to be harder for your viewers to know that too. You have to be crystal clear. Now, you got the niche. Next, you have the audience. And let me be more specific. In my case, my YouTube channel is about YouTube growth advice. So that's the niche, YouTube growth advice. But if you ask me what your channel is about and I say that, that's not going to surprise anybody, because it doesn't look special. It's not anything at all special. When it comes to the audience, we can say, well, I could be the person, this is not my case, but I could be the person who helps entrepreneurs grow and monetize their YouTube channel. When you get specific on the audience, you have a better shot at targeting the people that you want. Attract somebody more specific. Because if I see two channels and one of them says YouTube growth advice and the other one says YouTube growth advice for entrepreneurs, the entrepreneur person is going to be more attracted to that idea, no matter how much smaller the channel is. The next thing is structure. Structure, I like this part because you can change it from video to video quite a bit. For instance, structure means things such as telling a story, doing how-to tips, doing rankings, top 5, doing timelines, describing a series of events one after another, Q&A, questions and answers, interviews. When we talk about structure, that is what we mean. And this can help you be a little more unique very easily. If you don't know your structure, it's almost like saying you don't know what you're recording. That's how important that is. And none of these, YouTube is a huge deal. It's a big journey with a lot of uncertainty to navigate through, and you need clarity on this. And now, before I get to the last part, which is tone, I want you to know that if you're not crystal clear about the direction that you're going with your channel, you could fall in the trap of making content that is too diverse. The videos are diverse from each other, and then people who watch one video and like it are probably not going to like the other one because they're just too different. That's why clarity is important, because branding at the end of the day is consistency, is congruence. You want to find similar elements, similar audience, similar structure, similar niche in every single video. Now the tone is a really cool part. A tone can make such a difference in a channel. Tone, when I say tone, I want you to imagine things like mood or genre. The tone could be comedy, it could be informative, it could be story-driven. Other examples are drama, reality show. Reality show is more like structure, actually. So that's the tone, dramatic. You can even talk about emotions, make it sad, make it inspirational, make it amazing. The tone can also make a difference. I wanted to do this mental exercise for a moment. Pick a channel in your niche that you know is big, that you like, and then try to change just the tone and see what happens. Most educational channels are rather serious. They're informative. They stick to the facts and they teach. What if I made it funny? What if it was comedy? What if I included stories where I tell a very dramatic story that teaches a concept? That is very common, actually. It's the top content creators, not all of them, but many of them know how to integrate storytelling with education, and that is fascinating. And that's because they know that they need to tweak the tone part. Sarcasm, criticism, controversies, edgy, even if you like, if it's a more lay people's name. All of that can make a big difference. For example, Nick Niemann, to me, he's one of the best content creators who teaches YouTube. That doesn't mean he's the best mentor. I don't think he is the best mentor. But he's the one that makes the best content for his own channel, which is amazing. And one of the reasons why people love him so much, whether they realize or not, is that Nick Niemann is very sarcastic. He's very critical about following the wrong advice, about failing, anything YouTube related, making videos, editing, strategizing, looking at your charts. He's very critical and sarcastic about it, and that makes him unique. And that makes, to me, his channel being probably the best YouTube growth advice channel out there. That's it. Okay, we have our foundation. If you have the answer in your head, think hard, or maybe not so hard, and figure out how these 4 elements are present in your channel right now. What I'm hoping you accomplish by doing this exercise is to go from I have a gaming channel into I have a gaming channel for hardcore fans where I show fails, or whatever that is. Like, use your imagination a bit. These 4 prompts are really nothing compared to what's coming next. Remember, this is question number 1. The second one will blow your mind. It's going to be way stronger, and it's going to make you really think about your channel. In fact, what I want you to do, what I'm expecting from you after this session is done, is that you have changed the way you see your channel in every way. Let's talk about what makes your channel unique. We did say a few things that are hinting towards uniqueness, but there's more. The following is the 12 elements that make a channel unique, what I like to call the channel unique formula. Before I get started on all the elements that are present in this table, I want you to know that, so I want to remind you that you're adding layers to the idea. You're making it more and more and more original without niching down too much. Be careful there, until you have something that you've made that nobody else is doing. And this is also going to help you, again, make your content strategy more centralized, more congruent, more like one thing. The more you focus, the better results you're going to get. We have 4 categories: who, with, where, and how. The first one is who. We have 3 elements: creator, participants, and social roles. The who as a creator is you, my friend. And who you are as a person can have an effect on how you deliver your channel. And I may or may not be talking about personality necessarily, but I want you to consider this. What is something that you don't do, that is not related to YouTube, that you do, that could give you a unique point of view on your niche? For example, in my case, I'm a YouTube growth mentor, right? YouTube growth expert, but I'm also a personal development expert. I'm a big fan. I'm like super obsessed with personal development, and that gives me a unique advantage. How many other creators talk about personal development when they teach YouTube? That's the question that crossed my head when I said that, when I was planning the launch of my channel. So what about you? If you have a channel about video games, do you do other things that are somehow relevant that you can sort of inject into the content? Do you cook? Are you a teacher? Are you a parent? Anything that is involved with who you are outside of your YouTube niche can have a difference, can make a difference on the content you create. The next is the who. The next who is the participants. Who else is in the video? I would like to mention 𝘂𝐵𝑖𝑠T as an example. We know the creator. In fact, let me talk about the creator too. The creator to me is 𝘂𝐵𝑖𝑠T, obviously, Jimmy Donaldson. But here's the twist. When you see his channel, if I was to say define it by niche, he's like some reality show challenges, etc. Okay, then when you watch TV, I hope I'm not talking to a very young audience, but when you were watching TV and you saw those game shows, what kind of person were you expecting to be the host? Probably somebody tall, with a nice suit, with a nice voice, with a cool microphone, very charismatic, very funny. Most likely. That's the kind of character that you see. Even in parodies, you see that type of character all the time in reality TV shows. But here in 𝘂𝐵𝑖𝑠T, the creator is not that kind of guy. It's a Gen Z guy who seems to be somewhat immature in a good way. You know, letting people break the rules, letting everybody win money, letting everybody win other things. And that makes it unique in two ways, because we're considering the type of creator that's making the videos, but at the same time, we're breaking the patterns on what we should expect. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. Breaking the patterns is extremely important. It's, in fact, one of my favorite YouTube strategies. We are at 7:20 p.m. Eastern Time. At 7:30, approximately, we're going to do some mid-session announcements that you're going to love, and then we're going to get back to this awesome presentation. Let's get to the third element of the unique channel formula, social roles. This one is similar to the creator. And we're going to talk about how social roles apply to participants and the creator at the same time. And think of things like, what is my social role? Or what is the social role of the person that I want to talk about? Are they celebrities? Am I a celebrity? Am I a teacher? Am I a parent? Are they scientists? Are they politicians? Whatever the case might be, when you're thinking about video ideas, you can consider social roles to make it more unique. There is a channel, Dr. Reacts, Dr. Reacts to something, that's sort of the name. The point is, he watches how health and medicine is portrayed in cartoons. And he does have a few Simpsons videos where he reacts to them. And obviously, because it's a cartoon, we expect him to find what is unreal about medicine in cartoons. The cool part is that it could be anybody reacting to these videos. It could be me, it could be you. But the fact that it's a doctor makes it even more interesting. That is a social role. Makes it even more interesting. He's an expert looking at something that we know it's flawed. So that makes it extra funny. Also, just one quick warning on the uniqueness. As you work on adding uniqueness to your channel, not everything has to be funny. Entertainment is not always comedy. You can be entertaining and be sad, inspiring, amazing, even angry. Let's get to the next point. Width. That is, in this second group of elements, we have 4 elements: money, time, objects, and personal state. This is gonna be funny. Interesting, right? Money. Money could become an element in your channel when you use it in a certain way. For example, you can say that money is a goal that you accomplished. If you say how to make money from home, that's great. Now that's an idea for a channel, I guess. But what if you say how to reach $100,000 from home? That's a difference. We want it to be more specific. Remember, generic versus a specific. You know what's preferable, a specific. Money could be a factor in other ways too. You can say, like Mr. Beast, you can say, I tipped like a crazy amount of money. I tipped the delivery guy $7,000. Or I tipped him the house. The house is not really money, but we kind of get that he's talking about money indirectly. Then you can say that you do things on a budget. Design, graphic design on a budget. Video editing on a budget. Fashion on a budget. There is a channel about that. Anything that's, you know, helps people save money or spend the least possible so that they don't sacrifice other things. That is an angle for, and I love using the word angle. That is an angle that makes your channel more unique. You can talk about just about anything. Just think about opposites. Think about a lot of money, very little money, on a budget, blow it out the window. You can also simply get a specific, like I just did with the 100,000 case. You can get a specific enough for people to find your video a little more interesting than the one next door. And we have time. Time works the same way. You can say that you did something, you do something in a certain amount of time. Do this for 30 days and these are the results. Time can also be that you talk about, or you broke a world record. Say, okay, this has been done in 10 miles in 4 seconds. I don't know, that's impossible, probably. But you get my point. Use time as a condition. The key here is that in the width group, you're using the elements as conditions. So what is a time condition? We only have 30 days to do X for something bad happens. We want to get you to your goal in 12 months. Again, time. The next one is objects. Objects is very broad, I know, but it could make a difference. Again, I'm gonna have to take Mr. Beast as an example. He's the best example for every good YouTube strategy, executed brilliantly. When he says that he eats the largest pizza, the object is a pizza. Just eating pizza doesn't do much, but eating the largest one, it does. Eating with friends doesn't say anything either, it's too generic. Another object, which also is Mr. Beast's doing, is running a marathon in the largest shoes. You talk about objects, you can think of them as something that is enabling or restricting. In the case of the shoes, the specific object is restricting. If you say that you play video games with a blindfold, that object is also a restriction. So you want to go think about that again, enabling and restricting. There are just dozens of other examples, but those are the simplest ones. And they are very effective when done well. You can say that you did something, like you did a singing performance without microphone. Well, that sounds hard, etc. There is just too many examples. I wanted to go online after this session and start finding all these elements present in the best videos that you see. You will see them, trust me, because I have. Personal state. I had an insight last week, which was kind of so unusual. Somehow, as I was building this presentation, this idea came across. Personal state. When I say this, I mean physical, mental, or emotional. Now, how can your physical, mental, or emotional state have any kind of effect on your videos? Yeah, that's a tough one. Here's how it works. When you see people who are disabled or handicapped playing a sport, that is a personal state that makes something way more interesting and unique. You can say, I play basketball with my friends, I play basketball with the high school across the street, but having a handicapped person play basketball, or any other sport for that matter, makes it more interesting. So that's physical state. What if you decide to record a video where you are extremely tired, and then you said, I pulled the night out editing my video? Being extremely tired could be a state, a physical state, even mental to some extent. Mental state could be that you are overwhelmed and you still go on camera and start recording. Or you record bits of you being overwhelmed and then you put them on the video. You may not want to work when you're too exhausted, probably. But there you go. You have emotional states. Maybe you are recording your video, but you're super sad for some reason. And you don't mind showing it, just show it. You're sad, you're too excited. Being excited all the time can be an angle as well. Being sort of sad or depressed, or even being too serious, can also be an angle for your channel. Did I miss something? Emotional, mental, and physical. Stressed. You could be stressed out and show it. You're somewhat, altered. You're making gestures that clearly say that you're uncomfortable. Why not? YouTubers, good YouTubers are to some extent actors at the same time. So go develop your acting skills. You're gonna love it. It's 7:30. At the moment, I would love to continue with the 12 elements of the unique formula, and we will finish, I promise. But before that, I want to make sure we get to the mid-session announcements. YouTube Growth Workshops mid-session announcements. First is the YouTube Workshops Gratitude Jar. As you know, a lot of dedication goes into making these events happen. You just saw a pretty awesome presentation that I built. And it would be great for us to continue keeping these sessions for free, or at least for a very low price. With that said, we would appreciate it a ton if you gave us a small donation. Your small donation could help us continue with this program where we meet every single week to teach you amazing YouTube strategies and occasionally do a channel review for your channel. Video reviews. I'm thinking about adding something new to YouTube Growth Workshops. I will tell you in another opportunity, but this is only going to get better. If you were able to give us a small contribution for any amount, we would be most grateful to receive it. You can do that in the description. We have all the appropriate links so that when you click, allow me to show you. When you click on the button that says make a contribution, you're going to see this page. In this page, you have a small description like the one I just made, and then you can just send a tip right here. Choose the amount that you want, and boom. We are supporting YouTube Growth Workshops. The next thing is our affiliates. Some of you know that, I hope you do by now, there's this amazing artificial intelligence app called 𝘄𝐵 that helps you edit your videos so fast. Now, what is AI 𝘄𝐵? AI 𝘄𝐵 helps content creators add text and stock footage to their videos using innovative AI technology. It does more things, by the way. AI 𝘄𝐵 simplifies the video editing process, shaving hours of work from your videos. Who wouldn't want that? In a bit, I'm going to show you a sample of a video that I built using 𝘄𝐵. Using 𝘄𝐵 allows content creators to get more views and more subscribers. True, because it's so easy to build more engaging videos by adding the text and the footage. And the one little secret I didn't mention yet is you can also add music and voiceover. We're going to see that in a second. This is a video I created on 𝘄𝐵 AI in just 3 hours, but I am not showing you this today. Why? Because I showed it last week. If you missed it, you can watch the replay or another session. I'm pretty sure I will play it again. But today I want to show you a second video that I built, also in less than 3 hours, which is to promote our Facebook group, YouTube Growth Workshops. Now, if things go well, this video is going to bring more members to our amazing group, and hopefully, your new best friends. Want to ensure that the tech is in check? I believe it is. Let's play the video. Let me try again. Maybe you heard it, but at least myself, I haven't. I found that very uplifting. I don't know about you. That was great. It came out really well. It's the first time I see it in a YouTube format. I am also building a website that is going to host this video and that will be promoted so that we get more members into our Facebook group. If you want to sign up to 𝘄𝐿 today, I think you're gonna love it. If you just saw that and really liked it and thought that you could do something better than I did, just go ahead and sign up. You can use the promo code Patrick24 at the checkout and receive a 20% discount. As I said, this is an affiliate offer, so yes, I am getting a commission out of this, but I am sure the only reason I'm promoting this is because I believe in the product and I know it will help you. The links are in the description of the video of this live. Sign up now. Ooh, there's more announcements. Last one. Last week, I put together all the templates that I ever created for my business, Courageous Creator Academy, and built a resource library. You can access all the worksheets they have built in the last 2 years of working at this business for YouTube creators. And it will be just amazing. The best part, that I won't tell you yet. I won't tell you yet. Let's talk about some of the features. You get the Channel Foundation worksheets. These include, by the way, the channel unit formula. So if you like the presentation, you're going to love the worksheet that comes with it. Build a solid foundation for your channel and feel confident in your channel's direction and growth potential. This is valued at $97, but today, if you sign up, you're not going to pay nearly that much. The next thing is to get clicked and get discovered worksheets, save time and effort on creating attention-grabbing thumbnails and titles for your videos, and feel confident and proud of your content as it gains more recognition and exposure. This set of worksheets is valued at $97. The last one, and probably the strongest one, especially for intermediate and advanced creators, is the Supreme Retention Worksheets. Keep your viewers hooked from start to finish and create a strong connection with your audience and keep them coming back for more. This could be the next level for your channel if you are an experienced creator. There is a lot more. In fact, let me show you the website that I've built that shows everything else that's included. If you're interested in signing up, I will share this information with you shortly, as soon as I'm done talking. This is what you get when you sign up. As we said earlier, the channel foundation worksheets, valued at $97. Get clicked and get discovered worksheets, valued at $97. This one will help you with the titles and thumbnails. The Supreme Retention worksheets, valued at $97 as well. Very valuable stuff. It's the work of years of studying, YouTube experts, marketing experts, and actual viral videos over and over. We have bonuses as well. That's not it. The first bonus is the content logistics worksheets, valued at $47. These are going to help you streamline your content creation process, save time, reduce stress, and more importantly, bring the joy back to your YouTube journey. Bonus number 2 is the Unstoppable Mindset Framework. As I said, I'm a big fan of personal development. And a few years ago in my last business called the Brave Advantage, I created this process called the Unstoppable Mindset, which helps you transform limiting beliefs into bold action. That way you feel empowered and confident in your abilities to create results. So if you're the kind of person who thinks knows all the strategies and thinks is putting in all the work, your mindset could be the missing piece between you and success. So never underestimate the power of your mindset. That's why I love including personal development stuff in my offers. The bonus number 3, probably one of the most exciting ones, new additions every month. This is priceless, literally. We're adding more worksheets every single month. We're going to start adding video trainings and coaching session recordings. I have a group program. I would love to tell you a whole story about it, but I won't, called YouTube Full-Time Creators. As the name indicates, the goal is to take you from where you are to making a full-time income from your channel. And those group sessions are being recorded every weekday, and they will be added to the resource library eventually. The total value is $535, but that sounds pretty insane. So yeah, I would definitely buy it. Plus the perpetual value increase. Remember, we're adding things every month, so the value just goes up and up and up. What you pay today, though, is $20 per month. Yes, you can access all the worksheets I've ever created. You can learn the best strategies to grow your YouTube channel. You can change your mindset and become more confident with the Unstoppable Mindset Framework. You can continue engaging with the library by learning all the new strategies that I post, getting your coaching session recordings, and the price is only $20 per month. Now, you can sign up here. I'm going to drop the link in a second. You have 2 options as well. Choose your plan. You could pay you can get into a $20 per month deal, or you can get into a $200 per year deal. In that case, if you're the bold person who's ready to take action, who is ready to grow your channel right away, take the yearly plan and save 2 months for yourself. Going to take a moment to drop the appropriate links in the chat of the YouTube Live. If I'm correct, the only link that is not there already is the one for the resource library, which is my favorite offer of the day. Today, I want you to make a choice. Let's get serious for a second. You've seen a couple of very interesting and useful resources during the mid-session announcements. You saw the Courageous Creator Academy Resource Library. You know that it's very affordable for most people. I hope you're not. I hope you are the case. Then you saw 𝘂𝘁. 𝘂𝘁 is an amazing tool that will help you edit your videos more effectively and efficiently. And lastly, or more like firstly, you were presented to the YouTube Growth Workshops gratitude jar, which allows you to make a small donation to our program so that we can continue keeping it at an affordable price. It's your call. To me, if you take a step further with any of these options, you are making a bigger commitment to you and to your YouTube channel. If not, promise me this: continue coming to the sessions. If you don't learn anything or don't implement the strategies, I'm wasting my time, unfortunately. With that said, I will love you no matter what, and I will respect whatever you decide to do. Now, let's go back to our programmation or agenda. Agenda, does that sound right? Let's go back to the awesome presentation. Last time we spoke, we went through the first 7 elements of the unique channel formula. Now, the next group is where. We have location and recording format. These are extremely simple. Location means where you are recording, and that, believe it or not, has an effect on how unique your channel is. If you're filming from your home, you are more welcoming with your audience. If you're in your bedroom, or for example, if you're recording in your studio, you are more professional with your audience. If you are recording outside in the woods, you're being more reality TV with your audience, if that makes sense. Not necessarily reality TV, that was just an example. Again, if you are minimalist with your recording location, that's super cool. You don't have to think about it or overthink it, but just keep in mind that the location can have an effect. And the location can be just one, as my examples illustrated, but you can also have multiple locations. Some videos, in fact, are recording one video in multiple locations, and each of them has a different meaning. Each of them is going to have some kind of effect on the dynamics of the video. Then you have the recording format. I like this part because by changing the recording format, it's very easy to come up with something a lot more unique just because you changed the recording format. Recording format means that you are, for example, talking to the camera like I am right now. That's what format. Another format is to share your screen. In this case, I'm doing both. Share your screen. Educational content has a lot of share screen included, so that's perfect. Then you have other formats, could be animation, voiceover. When I say recording format, try to imagine it this way. What is showing on the screen? Once you answer your question, you're gonna know what recording format you have and what recording format you wanna have. The best channels have a recording format that is hybrid. Unless you are an animated channel, animation is kind of an odd thing because animation alone can be a great style on itself. But if you have a different style where you are doing playthroughs, say that you're a gamer doing a playthrough, if the only thing that we see as a recording format is you playing the game, that's not going to cut it. Again, on the other hand, if you are a vlogger or a teacher or a coach, head talking alone is not going to cut it either. So think of hybrid. Mix at least 2 recording formats and make your channel more unique. The next thing is the most powerful. This is where creativity explosion is going to take place. How? What is the how of your channel? You know, who's doing it, who they're doing it with, who's doing who. So you know who, you know with, you know where, but the how is critical here. The how is going to determine, it's going to take your channel unique formula from good and very good to great and amazing. First element, challenge assumptions. When you know your audience, you have to know your audience. Challenging their assumptions is going to help draw channel to your attention immediately. Because people, when they think they are wrong, or they want to make sure they are right, it's easy to get their attention. If I told you, you can grow a YouTube channel without showing your face, you probably heard that before. But a few years back, that was a new thing. Most people didn't think that they had the skill to make videos where they were not showing their face. What if I told you that you can monetize your channel all the way to 6 figures a year with less than 1,000 subscribers? I am challenging your assumptions because you don't think, some of you may not think it's possible. So challenging assumptions is basically that. Showing people something that seems impossible, but you actually do it. Presenting anything that contradicts their beliefs. Something that they think it's possible, something that is the opposite of common sense. That is part of your how. And that how is going to have a big effect on your channel. It could be the most powerful thing when done well. You can say that there are ways you can lose weight by eating food, by eating more food. You know, that is contradictory to common sense. There are just a million examples. Again, these are prompts to help you come up with really good ideas. The best part is that when you do your channel unique formula, you have to come up with your general idea for your entire channel. When it comes to specific video ideas, that's another story that I'm also going to address in my course. Contrasting elements. Contrasting elements is so easy to do, but most people don't know how to do it. Once you get the prompt, it's going to become so easy for you. Contrasting elements means to use things that seem opposite. When you do opposites, you attract people's attention a lot easier. When you say that you're going to tell a story of somebody who went from broke to rich, that is using contrast to draw people's attention. You can flip it. You can talk about a person who started out rich and ended up broke. Again, contrast. More contrast is to use something. I remember seeing a video last week that I received through a newsletter that said the sharpest object in the world can't cut anything. You see the contrast. Something that is super sharp is, you would think that it's supposed to cut things well, but it doesn't. That is a combination, in fact, of contrasting elements and challenging assumptions. So thinking, for example, that big means strong is the same thing. It's a pretty good resource for comedy too. When you have a huge guy with like very, very like ripped, huge muscles, and all of a sudden when you hear the voice, it's high pitched and it sounds like a little kid. That makes you laugh because they're contrasting elements. And that takes me to the next one, which is extremes on both ends. As you can tell, these how elements for your unique formula are integrated. Sometimes you can take one or two separately, but often they're going to end up intertwining each other. Not only the hows between each other, but also the how with the other elements, all the other 9. So this is where your head is going to explode. And that's why one of my goals really with this whole exercise is to get you thinking. I can't just grab an idea and tell you, make this, because it's going to go viral. You have to do it yourself. Use your brain. Your brain that is filled with a lot of things. Don't think you're dumb. Don't think you are not creative. Don't think you are boring. You got this. Now you have the framework, which is even better. Let me explain the last element of the unique channel formula. Extreme on both ends. Some of MrBeast is the master of extremes. He is extreme because he spends a ton of money. He is extreme because he does crazy stunts. He's extreme because he does crazy challenges, because he built a Willy Wonka factory, because he traveled in the most expensive plane on Earth, etc., etc. Extremes on both ends also can mean, wait for this, the opposite. When we think extreme, we have the tendency to say big, expensive, strong, powerful. But you can also go for the smallest. Take the smallest object, you can. Take the smallest amount of money, you can. Like this Ryan guy, who I keep forgetting his last name, who turned 1 cent into many thousands during his vlogging journey across the United States. Anything else is small. The smallest, anything. You can take other elements that are in this chart and say the smallest amount of money, the smallest amount of time, the smallest object. You can talk about people size. You can say that the smallest guy in the world can dunk. You see, those are extremes. Here I'm using, in fact, a lot of elements put together. Extremes, contrasting elements, personal state, even because height is a thing for people. It's a physical state. I decided to use a lot of them together. And that's what I'm expecting from you. I'm going to address a couple of problems that you may have using the channel unique formula framework. And that is the next slide. Every part of my course, by the way, is going to have a section for personal development. But don't worry, doesn't mean that you're going to work a lot harder. When I teach a strategy, I always like to give myself some extra time to think about the limiting beliefs. I want to be one step further ahead to help you even more and see what could be getting in your way. What are the obstacles that could tell you, no, I can't do this. I love the strategy, Patrick. It's great. You are a great teacher. I want to be like you when I grow up. That's fine. But you have to be able to execute the strategy. And today, we're going to end the session by transforming limiting beliefs into empowering beliefs. I'll go through them right now. I identified 3. There could be more. If they are, tell me, please. First, I am not sure I can come up with a unique brand for my channel. I like to say that I've been able to address this problem time and time again through the presentation. When you have a limiting belief, you can have also an empowering belief to counterattack that. In this case, there is a process that taps into my creativity to create a unique idea. There is a process, and you have it right here with you. The next thing that I thought some of you could struggle with is, I am not sure how to incorporate unique branding into my content without feeling forced. And my answer to that is, unique branding can make my content creation process easier by providing a clear direction and focus for my videos. I did explain this earlier. If you are crystal clear about your unique branding, it's going to be easier to build videos because all of them are going to follow that direction. And because your idea is going to be unique to you, you can be the best creator at executing that specific idea, which is the unique branding. The last thing that I wanted to address is it takes too much time and effort to create a unique branding for my channel. And I'm going to give you some credit for thinking that, because it's not entirely false. It does take some effort, but the good news is that you only have to do it once. Creating your channel unique formula is something that does take work. In fact, I'm expecting you to follow through the replay, watch it again, and work at it. Take the super mega table with the 12 elements, brainstorm. Make sure you get the 2 answers super clear. What is my channel about? What makes my channel unique? And then come up with something really good. You can do this. And then once you have that idea that you really love, that you thought is unique, that it's super fun to build, keep it. Stick to it for a few months. And only after you tested it for long enough, you're going to start tweaking it. You're going to say, this angle didn't quite work. I'm going to change it. This angle, it seemed good at first, but I don't enjoy doing it so much. And then you change it. And that's the key. That's the way you reach YouTube success. You come up with something really good using all the frameworks, then you test and tweak. And you test and tweak until you get there. And occasionally you're going to go look back to the strategies, look at the book, review the books again. The books means the knowledge. And then you're going to, break through. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you did find plenty of passion on my end, that means I have done my work. I want to remind you one last time of the few resources that you can access today by signing up to the Courageous Creator Academy Resource Library, where I store all my worksheets. And the other one is Pictory AI. If you really think your videos could use some great stock footage and automated subtitles for higher engagement and less grind, go ahead and sign up. You can get a 20% discount by using my code, Patrick24, at the checkout. Thank you for coming. I would love to see you next time. Take care.